All right, I just got back from Big Sky Race Week. Put 2,234 miles on the car in a week and like 20 drag strip passes. It was awesome. But now I'm home. I've already changed the oil, but one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to pull these filters. Zoom in so you can see them. These up here are filters for my turbochargers. And I am going to pull those out. Going to pull those out and check them and clean them. So let's go. Cleaned them all up in the solvent tank. I'm just going to put a little bit of lubricant here on the O-ring, so it'll go back together nice and easy. Just going to pop the filter right back in there. And these are from TD Racing. I think that's Turbos Direct. I'll put a link in the video. Now I just put them back in. Super easy. Okay, I got them all reinstalled and cleaned up. Let me go ahead and just kind of show you the whole oil system stuff that's going up there. So this is a dart block, and this fitting comes out of the front of the block. Obviously, that was made. This goes off into a -10, I think that is. That's an accumulator line, and up there in the fender well is hiding a 3-quart accumulator. Let me just tell you, an accumulator is freaking awesome because it pre-oils the motor before I start it. It holds 3 quarts, and at least this one does. And if it loses oil pressure, and you can set up all of this in the Holley or your ECU, it'll dump 50, 60 PSI oil into the motor. If there's a hiccup or a pump sucks air or something for a second, it'll save the motor. So yeah, that's super awesome. There it is. Sitting up in there, there's the pressure gauge. I haven't changed, or the oil's been changed but not refilled yet, so the gauge is just reading 0, but it goes down through there, comes across, and goes in to feed the motor. It's pretty simple. There really wasn't anything in those turbo filters, but it's one of those things I felt like I should check. I don't check it very often, but after, I don't know, 6,000 miles so far this year, thought it would be easy to do, and it's not hard to check. So that's it. Hopefully that helps someone. All right, I want to show you this oil filter that I'm using. This is by K&P Engineering, and I'm going to take it off and show you what this is about. All right, this is the K&P oil filter. The center is easily removable with a 1/4 turn. Comes out. I've already put a few hundred miles on it, and they sent me a new element. This one has a little bit finer screen. This is the old one. I ran this thousands and thousands of miles without issues, but this one has a finer screen element. But it's got a neodymium magnet. You can see it here and here. And this one, I've already driven it a few hundred miles. It's collected a little bit. Wipe it off. Nothing major, just a little bit of metal, powder paste-ish. But I really, really like these because it's super easy to inspect. And then down inside, you've got just a spring. I can do this single-handed. There's a spring in there, and then, you know, there's a little bit of oil in the bottom because it's a filter. But super easy to inspect and clean, and you never have to throw it away. So let me put this back together and kind of show you the difference between this and the regular size one. So I've got a regular Wix filter here. Just look at the size. Now this still has the back on it, so I can take it on and off. But look at the size difference between these things. So fairly substantial difference in size. You know, and if I go screw this on, I'm not going to run it with this, but it does still fit, but it's a tight fit. And you can see how much larger the Wix spin-on type filter is. So I'll take this back off. And this would be like any regular size filter that you want to use, but we'll put this one back on. And they say that these flow more than those standard filters and you have less pressure drop through it because it flows so much. And, you know, I typically see about 60 pounds of oil pressure at idle cold. Now that's a 2050 oil, but I still see 50 pounds of oil pressure at 200 degrees oil temp rolling down the road at about 2200 RPM. And again, it seems to filter out everything I need. Very, very happy with it. Let me show you the info on it again here. So this is the version 2. I'll put a link to it there, but it's K&P Engineering. Super happy with this. And again, this is version 2, and the only difference is the screen material is finer. This is the older one. And again, I ran that old one for thousands, tens of thousands of miles on this motor. And no bearing failures or anything because of the filter or the oil. I had other failures related to it being a 1500 horsepower street car, but nothing catastrophic. I've never had anything blow up or come apart. Knock on wood.